All right, so in my previous videos, I focused a lot on the positive things in Myanmar, the things that make it worth living here, right? And that isn't to say that there's no negative or no dangers living here. And that's sort of what I want to focus on today. So the first thing that I personally find probably the most difficult is the curfew. Like, there's a curfew in Myanmar, in Yangon specifically, from 1 to 3 a.m. in the morning. Now, it might not sound like a big thing, and yes, most of the time it doesn't really affect us. But there are times, for example, if you are dating, if you are in a relationship with somebody, you do not live together, and you want to spend the night with that person, you can't, because everybody needs to be in their apartments or in their houses where they are registered as living in. If you and your mates are having a barbecue or a braai at your place, you're watching a football match or a rugby match or something, and it's a late game, now in the middle of the game you have to leave because nobody can stay later than 1 o'clock, right? The other thing that is also very frustrating is Myanmar censors a lot of apps and websites, but they only censor some of it. So you have to use a VPN for those apps and those websites. But then other websites, they don't, and other apps, they don't. And so you're constantly switching between VPN and not VPN, and one app working and the other app not working. And yeah, it's a first world problem, I know, but it is so frustrating. Then we have power cuts. Power cuts was a lot worse about 2 or 3 months again. Well, just before the election. So I think there's a connection, right? But normally there's between like 2 and 6 hours of power cuts every day. So everybody has got generators, these massive big generators. So whenever the power goes off, these generators switch on. And then the second last thing, traffic. We don't have motorbikes. We don't have like scooters and bikes to ride around. Okay, it's been outlawed here. So we have to use taxis, and there's so much traffic. So whenever you want to go to a place, you're going to sit in traffic, and so it's so frustrating to move around. And my next point, this sort of connects, is like, it's difficult to meet people here because things are so spread out. Like, where the expats live are so far away from each other, and where the places are to socialize are so far away. So you have to get in a taxi. You have to drive to these places. And then it gets frustrating because you're going to sit in traffic.